Welcome to the Remington Kuhn Show. My name is Remington Kuhn. Today I am joined by West Perry Mustangs varsity baseball head coach, Jeff Sanno. Jeff, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
I spoke to a few of your former players actually, and one of them told me, and I quote, Coach Sanno definitely teaches kids more about being a man than any other coach I ever had. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think we spend a lot of time on character building. I feel like once we have that established, that allows the baseball to take care of itself. Our mission statement within the program is excellence on and off the field, and I think everybody has a motto. We don't necessarily want a motto to say. We want a motto to see, and we want to see our kids demonstrating that, not only on the field, but also off the field. And, you know, our, our mission statement is held up by our three pillars, which are selfless, um, excellence, and energy, which, obviously helps us on the field, but realistically, I believe it helps, us off the field as well as, down the road for these kids as they, become husbands and as they become fathers and whatnot.
So, along that same path, how do you use baseball to teach your players life lessons?
Well, we actually take time each day to talk about things other than baseball, things that we can apply to the game, but aren't necessarily X and O's when it comes to the game itself. We have a packet that we put together. It's called "Playing Baseball the West Perry Way." That our kids refer to that as the Bible, and we actually revisit that um, each day and talk about things that we value within the program, and I think that allows us to then carry that over outside of the baseball field.
You have coached several players who went on to play college ball. 2015 West Perry graduate Ben Dum actually pitched professionally in the minor leagues for the Minnesota Twins and Atlanta Braves. How do you manage these talented players as a coach?
Well, in regards to Ben, I mean, we super guy. Um, just one of those kids that started coming to our camps when he was like 10 years old and develop a relationship with him then and to see him grow. I was fortunate enough to see him throw in a few minor league games. Fortunate to see him throw at VCU as well. And, you know, a true representation of just everything that we talked about earlier. He is a true representation of what our program stands for. Off the chart numbers, metrics, whatever. But the thing that I valued more so than anything was how humble he was. He was a super, super person. And, he and I um, still talk a lot. We actually were texting today, by the way. And, you know, we still have that relationship, and I think that's what it comes down to with whether the kid's a college player, an MLB player, will never play baseball ever past high school. It doesn't matter. It comes down to relationships. And that's probably, what I value more than anything of coaching is, all the wins and the playoff appearances and, the league titles and everything are great, but for me, the part that I value more than anything is the relationships that I've been able to establish with a lot of great young men.
That's great. And you have been coaching the Mustangs baseball team for 24 years. I was born in 2000, so you've actually been the baseball coach as long as I've been alive. What keeps you coming back for more each year?
Well, I was very fortunate. I graduated from college in '96. So the fall of '96, I came in here, and I was a volunteer coach. Kind of got my foot in the door, and then was the assistant for 3 years after that. First year, yes, 2001. But, like I said, we've had a lot of success here, but, um, just like I said, the relationships and, um, just to see kids grow and mature, not just within the 4-year period that, I've been fortunate to have them in high school, but also outside of it. We put 2 guys in the Hall of Fame this year at our school, Scotty Messner and Ethan Lesher. Um, Tremendous athletes, um, just tremendous young men. And, to see them come in as freshmen and to establish a relationship with them, continue the relationship, and then see them come in, get into the Hall of Fame. Those are the things that keep you going. Um, those are the things that I think, if you only base um, your longevity as a coach on success in regards to wins and losses. I don't think that's necessarily the right way to go about things because, you know, I know a lot of guys that are great coaches that don't necessarily, have the wins to show for it at a program, but they're happy being there and they definitely made an impact on people and their school. And I think that's, how you should probably measure yourself and base, whether you stay or whether you go on those types of things. And if you're having fun and you're enjoying it, then, that's something that keeps you going each and every day.
Your son Mason is a senior on the team now. What does it mean for you to coach your son?
Well, it's definitely been a long road because I think it would have been, he was 5 or 6 when I talked my wife into allowing him to come, pretty much every day. So he's been kind of a part of the program for quite some time. And, I can remember the first time then when we were in Virginia and he was a freshman and I looked down, I'm standing in the third base coach's box and I'm looking down and there he is. It's kind of like, wow, um, where did time go? And now I see him, as a senior, and it does go too quick. But it's something that I really have enjoyed. Um, I feel like we've spent a lot of time over the years together in this sport. We've shared a lot of great things. There's probably a lot of people that would say that I've taught him a lot, but I'd also say that, I think I probably learned more from him sometimes than he's learned from me. And I know that sometimes coaching your son, has its challenges, but the rewards in the end are much more valuable.
He is entering his senior season having won multiple team MVP awards. How does it feel watching him have so much success?
Well, I think it's good. I feel it's more important for him to see because he's definitely put a lot of time and effort into it over the years, and to see him being rewarded for those, um, for that work and that mindset. Um, it's good to see in regards to allowing him to know, what works and what it takes to become successful, whether that's in baseball or anything. Um, but I think more so than not, I mean, he's becoming a very good leader. I think he is very selfless, and I think one of the things that I've tried to drive home with him more than anything is just being humble and being hungry. And I think that can solve a lot of problems, as an athlete or as a person, because, we teach and we really preach about, successes are great. Don't spend too much time on the failures or the successes. Try to stay even keel with those types of things and be humble and hungry and be ready to get after it, no matter what's taking place, in your, games that week or games that year. It's the idea of making sure that you're getting it after it, each and every day.
First, I want to say thank you so much, Jeff, for joining me today. My name is Remington Kuhn. This has been the Remington Kuhn Show with our special guest, West Perry Varsity Baseball head coach, Jeff Sanno. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.